My name is Harriet. I'm going to demonstrate the System Control Panel, also known as SCP. I will explain some key features and basic configuration information. The SCP allows the user to place calls to speech modules, perform simple radio trigger management tasks, and to perform certain system configuration tasks. The SCP will have a big button telephone connected to it. This is used for various features. The standby screen displays the scheme system time, date, and on-site or off-site status. To move from the standby to the initial screen, you will need to press the star key to unlock. Once unlocked, you will see the menu options and the site status. This initial screen enables the user to change the current site status to either on-site or off-site. When in on-site mode, an alarm's call group settings are processed as normal. In off-site, all alarm calls are routed to the specified monitoring center. To change this setting, select Site option. When the required status is displayed, press Set to save. The SCP will then return to the initial screen. The call menu allows the user to place a call by either inputting the resident ID or looking the resident up in an alphabetical list. Press the resident ID key on the call menu. Enter the resident ID. This must be a 3-digit entry. Proceed with zeros if necessary. Pressing the clear button at any point clears any inputted numbers, and pressing exit returns to the call menu. Once a 3-digit number has been entered, the SCP will check that the ID exists in the database. If the ID does exist, the call button will illuminate, and pressing this will start a call attempt. To return to the call menu, press exit. The trigger menu allows the user to view, delete, and assign radio triggers to a resident. Either enter the resident ID or select Resident Lookup. Once a resident has been selected, the user will be prompted to view or assign triggers. Press View to display triggers already registered to the resident. If there is more than one trigger registered against a resident, the top left-hand button will be illuminated and will allow the user to scroll through the triggers. To delete a particular trigger, press Delete whilst viewing the trigger details. Pressing Exit returns the user to the View or Assign screen. To assign a trigger to a resident, press the Assign button on the View Assign screen. The SCP will prompt to activate the trigger with the text "Press Radio Trigger Now." When the trigger activation is received by the system, which may take several seconds, the trigger number and type will appear. Pressing the illuminated key by location displays a list of resident and location options. Press the arrows to scroll up and down the list. Press the illuminated key by the desired location to select that location. Press Yes to assign the trigger, or No to discard the trigger. Press Exit to return to the previous screen. The settings menu has 4 options. Time. This allows the user to enter the time in the format hours and minutes. Date. This allows the user to enter the date in the format day, month, year. Keypad sounds. This turns the keypad sounds on or off. On-site, off-site. This allows the user to change the site status. The building has a Tunstall fob access system. This allows users who are issued with a fob to gain access through certain doors that are equipped with a reader. The reader is normally mounted within the door panel or next to the door panel. The fob that is used to gain access is a device that does not require any maintenance or batteries. All fobs that are added to the system are assigned via the SCP. Enter the menu, select Access Control, and now select Add Device. The following menu has 4 stages that need to be completed. First, start by selecting ID from the menu. Enter the ID of the fob by using the numeric keypad. Only enter the group of 5 digits on the rear of the fob. Once entered, press OK. Next, assign a description of who the fob will be assigned to. For this example, use apartment 6. Use the SCP's keypad to enter a numeric description, 006. Once the description is entered, press OK. Now we must assign the fob to a group. The group the fob is assigned to decides which doors the fob can release. The groups are preset at the time of installation. If there is more than one group set up, then scroll through and select the group you require. Press OK. Once all the details have been entered for the fob, press the Save key. There is a section in the rear of the manual where the fob ID, description and group can be recorded. If a fob is no longer needed, it is possible to delete this from the system. Select Access Control from the menu. Select Delete Device. Then enter the numeric ID of the fob. If the fob ID that is entered is recognised by the system, the delete key will become available. Press Delete to remove the fob from the system. Update the Access Fob log in the rear of your manual.